absolutely loved your film. It touched on a lot of different themes. And I noticed that there's 3 different stories going on within your film. Can you tell us a little bit about those perspectives and why you chose to tell 3 different stories?
I was always interested in this kind of hyperlink and triptych kind of film. I was inspired by films like Amores Perros, Babel, and Certain Women. And then when I was younger, there's a film from Macedonia called Before the Rain. And I just really like this kind of structure that kind of tied in everything together. And in a way kind of create this kind of interesting space and time. And it just kind of made me think, made me think about all the characters and plots in the story. So I just thought that's an interesting way to tell a story.
And I really loved how you used the character of the translator to tie everybody in. I really wanted to know, what is your personal experience with being in New York City, being from another country, and just tying in those elements to your film? So beautifully, might I add, but tell me a little bit about being here.
When I was in film school, I also work as an interpreter myself.
Wow, okay.
And so it was kind of a tough and emotional experience, and I never thought about I would put this into a film, but at the chance I was pitching a story, and they asked me if I have any story that can kind of just talk about different walks of life, people from different walks of life in New York City. And I thought about that experience, wow, a long time ago I was a English and Mandarin interpreter, and I got to witness a lot of people's story, including a lot of sufferings experiencing. And so, a lot of suffering experience. So I just sort of tried to make it more dramatic and then put it out there.
I think you did such a brave job of telling these stories, because they were very touching. Each one of the stories were very close to the soul, and how people connect and how people relate to each other are very, very cool. But I do want to ask you something fun. The hip-hop. I love the element of hip-hop in this film. It's amazing. I spent 20 years in dance, and just seeing somebody just learn how to pop is just so cool. How did you come across putting hip-hop into your film, and how did that inspire you to keep on telling the story?
So I'm definitely not expert on hip-hop, but I remember I was teaching a class, and my student had to make a video, and then so a student just told me that she's going to make a dance video. And I said, oh, okay, what kind of dance? And she said, popping. And I was like...
Like the film.
Yeah, like the film, because I was like, popping, it's like hip-hop. And then so I was surprised that she said she's going to dance. And then so... basically, I watched her video and then watched her how she danced with her boyfriend. I just thought, oh, that is just too cute, and I have to write something about it.
That's really beautiful.
And then that's how it came to be. And I'm so glad I found a lot of really amazing dancers that they were in my film, and I found a lot of them just in Brooklyn. They're dancing, and just walk up to them and approach, and that's just the spirit of New York City. You can just we all on the street, we can just talk to each other on the street, and that's how it happened.
I was told that you shot this during COVID.
Yes.
So how was that? The procedures, protocols that you have gone through, the mental stability that you had to shoot this? Just tell me more about that.
First of all, it is a Taiwanese film, and then so having all those Taiwanese actors and actresses, coming to New York, it was very challenging because,
wow.
We all know during that time New York City was considered very serious, and the situation was serious, and it was not safe. We were shooting in Central Park, and we were the crew member lined up doing the test. In the middle of Central Park during the shoot. So, and then obviously, you can see in the film people are still wearing masks on the subway. So it feels like 10 years ago.
Mental health is a very sensitive topic within your film.
Yeah.
How did you ensure that it was portrayed authentically and respectfully?
So I actually interviewed several therapists in both Taiwan and the US. And I also watched some of the documentaries, documentary that's related to mental health, particularly particularly the documentaries about mental health with child who has violent tendency. Certain culture, they don't really believe this issue, or they don't really think this is something that they can handle, or they want to face the topic this way. And that kind of family dynamic can really harm the situation and not helping solve the situation. And so the story is about mental illness, but it's also about, I think it's probably more about how family come together to do this together, to face this issue together. And then because this crisis of mental illness and that happened in the family, that reveals some of this trauma within the family relationship, and how they can, reconcile or not reconcile.
我之前在地铁上面找到一本笔记本，上面呢写着很多纽约人的故事。
Are you the interpreter?
Yes, I'm Mavis.
Follow me.
I don't want to go home.
Why?
为什么？
睡觉的时候算是。
跳舞的时候就感觉我会control整个世界。
You're kind of weird.
Did you hit your mother?
We have to help him.
哦，对，我都在忙工作，对我生气啊？
没有，
对我生气啊？
我不怪你。
你刚刚就在怪我。
Let's not hang out anymore. 那我们之后也不会太难过。
在这大城市里，
在这个大城市里，
每个人都有地方可以去，
每个人都有事情可以做，
有朋友可以见，
有人可以见，有家可以回。很高兴认识你。
You're not gonna be alone over there because I'll be sending superpowers to you telepathically.
你有想念我吗？我把你找回来了，不会再弄丢了。